Welcome back to DAGryffyn Hobby. My name's Dave. I'm about to destroy this pickup truck. When I was at York, I was looking for a really cheap pickup truck that I could make look like a derelict. I need some rusted, beaten old pickup truck sitting next to a shed, and I couldn't find one for $5 that I was comfortable with destroying. So as a result, I paid $7 for this one that I'm going to destroy. And hopefully it's not destroying it, but just weathering it severely. Now, this is a little too big. It's 1/32 scale, but I figured it's a good place to start. And I don't really know what I'm doing, and I don't know how far I'm going to go with it. I probably should have gotten something that was scale, but I found this, and this is what I'm using. I don't really have a plan for it other than I'm going to take it apart and start doing stuff and see what happens. I would like it to look really neglected. I mean, I don't really have a time frame for my layout, but I guess, 70s, roughly, 80s, whatever, I don't know. Got a gear shift, look at that. So this truck would be plenty old by whatever time it is that my layout is taking place. Okay, well, these don't easily come apart. Inside comes out. I didn't realize this, the doors have a nice interior on them. Not sure what I want to do with wheels and everything, so I'm going to put that aside for now. Maybe I just need to start doing something. Let's see, where's my sandpaper? I've got some 100 and some 220. Well, that's certainly taking paint off. If I keep going this way, I'm just going to wear off all the high points. The headlight is the chrome surround and the bulb. I'm going to take the bed out too. I'm hopefully just taking enough of the plastic off that I can snap it back into place and that it will stay. All right, so I'm going to continue working on it like this, and we'll see where it goes. I attacked this with 2 different grits of sandpaper. I'm going to say the 100 is too rough, and the 220 gave a great impression of like the clear coat being burned off and some wear. So next time I think I'd skip the 100 and just go right to the 220. I also tried to dent the body, which was a little difficult. The roof and the hood were easier with a hammer and a punch. Try to get some dings in there. The sides were very hard to ding, but I was able to grab the side with a pair of diagonal cutters and bend it and actually cut it and make it look like, you know, a nice little impact happened there. Kind of beat down, or tried to beat down here with a hammer. I don't know that it worked that much, but it did something. I bent in the front of this door here so that it kind of doesn't sit quite right. Maybe I can bend this without breaking it. Probably not, but if that were to kind of hang open at an angle, that would be cool. The windshield, I made a hole with an X-Acto knife and kind of scratched out from that to make it look like something went through there, maybe a bullet hole, I don't know. And the back window, I just scratched it to make it look like a crack. I was trying to dull up the glass. I don't know, maybe it looks dirty, maybe it just looks scratched, I'm not sure. There are some spots it's real hard to get the paint dulled up, so I'm going to try to fix some of that with paint. For a first attempt, I'm pretty happy with how dinged up this is. I cut up the right fender, the left rear, the tailgate. I beat that in a little bit and actually cut it with that diagonal cutter so that I can bend the tailgate in a little bit. The tailgate on any work truck is going to be beaten. So I'm pretty happy the way this looks, other than where I took the paint all the way off because of the 100 grit. I'd be happier if I was doing like a patina and it didn't take it off. But then again, I wanted this to look really destroyed. Happening next is paint. What paint? Random paint from the kids' craft collection. Is it the colors I need? Probably not, but I'm gonna make it work. Got some chestnut, English ivy green, pewter gray, country gray, some khaki, and some arbor green. I really have no plan here, so pardon me if this is just a horrible mess. And I don't know that any of this paint's going to stick. You know, maybe to the sanded spots, but who knows? And also, how long am I going to have to wait in between coats to do something? I'm not sure I've thought this through. So some of that gray kind of covered up the silver. Well, it definitely looks dirty. Might as well keep going, whether I feel like I know what I'm doing or not. I'm also kind of hoping that this paint does in fact end up sticking. and doesn't just all wipe off when I'm done. I guess I'll have to clear coat it with something. I'd be more worried about covering up all the chrome if I thought that was really a big issue. But I actually have a 51 Chevy in my backyard, and as rusty and as beaten and as broken as it is, it still has some chrome on it. So I'm not too concerned about getting rid of all the chrome, just making it look beat, really. What I don't want is shiny metal from below the paint, because that would rust, and you would not see shiny metal on it. You would just see rust spots. I'm going to let this sit for a few minutes, and I'm going to fiddle with some of these other parts. The interior definitely cannot be this clean. That's pretty decent camo there. The right front fender is damaged. Get that tire off of there. I don't know that there's much of a need to paint any part of the underside, but what the heck. like that. I think I like that. I might decide later that I don't. At the moment, I like that. I have to say, so far, I'm pretty happy with the way this is going. The question still remains, what do I do about the tire? Do I just leave it off? Do I kind of leave it sitting on top of it? I could just completely cut the tire, put it back on for a moment. I think that'll look good. Gotta get more paint on the wheel. Kind of what came off. I mean, this is the type of thing I could just keep going and going and going and just totally mess it up. So I think I'm going to stop for now, see if this all dries up okay, then maybe put it back together and see if it looks good. It's been sitting for like 10 minutes and I just can't wait any longer. Okay, when you don't wait long enough, you take the paint off as you're trying to put it back together. I'm sure I'm gonna have to do some touch-ups once this is all back together anyway. Getting stuck here where I bent the fender in. Makes sense. One light back in place, obviously enough to do something about that. It's way too clean. Maybe I'll paint that black or something. Do I have a Sharpie? I do, but it's not going to work. I got this messed up brown marker. That looks all right. Interesting. Put the Chevy symbol back in there. Oh, it didn't go in straight. I like that. Oh, the light fell out. Put my palette back inside. I'm pretty happy with this, especially for a first attempt at something like this. Spots of red, that's too much. You know what? I was going to say that's too much, but I actually kind of like the look of that. I like the crack in the back window. That looks good. Metal showing there, so I have to cover that up. I'm going to call that done. No, I just changed my mind. I'm going to call this almost. I can't stop. It's a sickness. Okay, I'm going to stop. I'm going to call this done. I'm really happy with the way it looks. I could sit here and just continue slapping paint on it, but I don't think that's a good idea. For my first attempt at extreme weathering, what have I learned? I think the 100 was too strong of a grit for the sandpaper. The 220 did a really nice patina look to the truck. So if I have another truck that I want to kind of just give an old patinaed look to, I'll use the 220 or maybe even a finer grit just to kind of remove the clear coat and wear through some of the paint like I did on the hood here. I mean, another thing I maybe I learned, maybe I didn't, is that take more time to do it, but I didn't want to take more time to do this one. I kind of just wanted to do it. But I'm pretty happy with the damages that I did to it. Damage to the fender, the left rear, wheel well, the hole in the windshield. I mean, I'm pretty happy with all of this. That's pretty cool. I like it when a project goes well, especially when you don't know what you're doing, or you're just making up as you go. Now I have to put it on the layout next to the tiny shed that's going to look even smaller next to this huge truck, and see what it looks like. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time on DAGryffyn Hobby.